Okay, so have you heard about this wild story? Imagine fleeing a wildfire and ending up married in Vegas.
It's like something out of a movie.
I know, right? We're going to dive deep into this crazy story of Gabby Windey and Robby Hoffman getting hitched in Vegas.
Amidst all that wildfire chaos in LA.
Exactly like, Gabby from all that reality TV stuff, right?
The Bachelor, Dancing with the Stars, The Traitors. She's been busy.
Yeah, and Robbie's a comedian, but their real-life drama is way more interesting than any reality show.
Totally. And this article we found, it's not just about their, whirlwind wedding. It's about the wildfires, too.
Right. Those fires were terrifying. Thousands of people had to evacuate. Homes were destroyed. It was a huge deal.
It was. And, to really understand Gabby and Robbie's story, we got to understand how intense the situation was.
For sure. Like, imagine having to grab your cat, a family painting, and, podcasting equipment.
Wait, they took their podcasting gear?
Yeah, apparently it was a priority. They were trying to get to Palm Springs first, but everything was booked.
Wow, so they ended up in Vegas.
Yeah, and get this, they got upgraded to a penthouse suite.
No way, seriously?
Yeah, talk about a lucky break.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, maybe not so lucky, considering they had to evacuate their home.
True. But it's interesting how this unexpected luxury kind of set the stage for their spontaneous wedding.
It's almost like fate stepped in and said, hey, why not get married?
And that's exactly what happened. Robby just popped the question, should we get married? Right there in the middle of everything.
Wow, so it was like a total spur-of-the-moment thing.
Well, not entirely. The article says that Robby had jokingly proposed a bunch of times before.
Ah, so this was like a running joke between them.
Exactly. And they were already planning a formal proposal, but the evacuation kind of sped things up.
Yeah, I guess when you're facing a crisis like that, long-term plans suddenly feel a lot more urgent.
That's true. And, there's actually some psychology behind it. Studies show that stress can make people make decisions faster.
Oh, that's interesting, like a fight or flight response. But instead of running, they decided to commit.
Yeah. And you know what I thought was really sweet? The actual proposal. Robby made a crossword puzzle with the hidden message, will you marry me, Gabby?
Ah, that's so cute and unique, especially considering the crazy circumstances.
Right. It shows that even in the middle of chaos, they were able to create this special moment.
Exactly. And the wedding itself was, so them a $799 ceremony, an off-the-rack dress, an Officiant in red sneakers, classic Vegas.
Oh, and I love the part about the photographer, Big Nate, who kept telling Robby to embrace his swagger.
That's hilarious. It sounds like they really made the best of a wild situation.
They did, but let's not forget they drove back home, not even knowing if their house was still standing.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Imagine the emotional roller coaster. The fear of the fire, the joy of getting married, and then the anxiety of going back home.
It's a lot to process for sure, but their story really shows the power of human connection, even when things are falling apart around you.
Totally. To find love and celebrate it in the midst of all that chaos, it's pretty inspiring.
Yeah, it's not just a celebrity wedding. It's a story about resilience and finding happiness even in the darkest of times.
It really makes you think, how would you react in a situation like that? Would you seize the moment, or would the uncertainty overwhelm you?
That's a great question. And it kind of makes you wonder what your own Vegas wedding story would look like, right?
Absolutely. It's a thought-provoking question for sure.
Definitely something to ponder.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Well, that's our deep dive into Gabby and Robby's wild Vegas wedding.
It's a story we won't soon forget.
For sure. Thanks for joining us on this one.
Always a pleasure.
Until next time.
See ya.